see Turner Will. He was asking, can Leo AI write a 500-word text? And I can already see you trying to use the AI to write a post, but no, the AI is going to be catered to not make people, well, to not allow people to just write blog posts with it. I mean, it will help you to get an idea across, or to polish your style or check your grammar or stuff like that. But I mean, it will definitely not let you just write a post in and of itself. So
yeah, and we're
I
gonna
don't
have
know.
to find interesting ways to limit that. I think from a UI perspective, there's a lot that can be done. Obviously from a back end perspective and with the APIs, if it's really kind of up to the UI to limit that. What we're also going to be doing is, and I've mentioned this before, when something is written by LeoAI, it will be almost like highlighted, or it'll have kind of like an asterisk that says this was written by LeoAI, like or this was AI generated. And I think that that's not just something that we're going to be doing, but that's something that's going to happen across the entire AI space, because you're seeing a lot of that. Like, people don't know, it's AI is almost getting so good now that you can't tell what's reality and what isn't, whether it's a picture, a video, or text. And I only see that getting worse. So I do think that AI engines are going to start coming out with something, and especially UIs are going to come out with something that kind of tells you when something is AI generated. So off the bat, we're gonna have that. So like, if you create a thread and you use LeoAI to prompt, and create that entire thread text, you can post that, and there's no real problem with it, in my opinion. But I do think that there should be an asterisk that is very clear, that shows that this was AI generated. So, if someone comes in to curate you, they can decide for themselves if it's, okay with them to curate something that was AI generated, but posted by you. And that is kind of like a whole morals and ethics conduct that is going to be kind of evolving, as time goes on. And again, to relay the AI revolution with like the internet revolution or the mobile revolution. When these things come out, there's all new moral frameworks and codes of conduct that need to come out with them. So those are kind of things that evolve with time, and with usage. So people are going to make mistakes, people are going to do different things, and then you're going to say, okay, well, we need a rule for this. We need a way to handle this. But that being said, that's no reason to stifle innovation, which is, you don't want to overly regulate. And there's a whole broader AI discussion happening right now about regulation, in general. But, you don't want to overly regulate something that's brand new, because you still need to see those use cases evolve. You need to see people innovate, and, overly regulating things from the jump is a good way to stifle that innovation. So I'm definitely you guys are very familiar with this. I'm definitely a break first, ask forgiveness later type person. So, we'll launch this into the world, and then evolve from there.
Speaking of the AI, I think there's still some confusion in regards to how you get it and when it's provided. So it's going to be part of premium, and it's going to be free to premium users at first, or what's the game plan? Because I keep seeing a bunch of questions in regards to that.
Yeah, it's going to be free to use for probably like 30 to 60 days. It'll be like a free trial period, and then from there.
For who? Just premium users, or for
No, it'll be a
everybody?
free trial period for everybody.
Gotcha.
Anyone who's got a Hive account. So you will have to actually have a Hive account. Obviously, you'll have to log in to the UI. So I guess that's kind of a feature of being a Hiver. So it'll be free for any Hiver to use for 30 to 60 days. We'll still work out the details of that later. And then eventually we will flip it to premium only. And like I said, that's mainly because of the credit system behind it, but obviously it's also a really good use case for us to grow the premium user base. So
Absolutely.
yeah, it's going to be a really killer feature in a lot of ways. I mean, I think the access to AI is well more worth than 10 HBD. Like, the value you'll get is way more than 10 HBD. So just that single feature alone, not even counting all the other features that you get on the UI, whether it's a check mark or, longer threads or bookmarks, bookmark folders or lists or whatever else we, create in the future. I think LeoAI is going to be very, at the very top of the list in terms of value. and it creates a lot of value for a lot of different types of users. So like I said, there's going to be a lot of different use cases that are created out of LeoAI. You know, and I've given a few examples, but like helping you write a blog post by, you know, fixing your grammar, or helping you create an image, you know, for the thumbnail of your blog post, or helping you do better SEO on your blog post. You know, analyzing your previous blog post, giving you ideas for your next blog post, or, you know, prompting you to, you know, change the text of your threads, or create an image that goes with your thread, or turn your blog post. You know, this has been one of the biggest features on the list, that's always been coming soon, is to turn one of your blog posts into a thread storm. So that's another feature. So there's just so many features that we can build out of LeoAI. It's really just about creating this vector space, which, you know, obviously, like I said, just spent a lot of time on. And then from there, you know, building the UI and the back end around it, and then adding more features over time will literally just be a matter of connecting the API, and then building a front end around that API. So it's going to get really easy for us to add new features once this is all live.
And Kyle, I have a question. So if I'm a regular user of Chat GPT, will getting LeoAI like, can I replace GPT with LeoAI, or are the AIs completely different so that there's no substitution, or like changing what I do?
Yeah, that's a good question. You know, I actually think that for a large percentage of users, you would be able to, you know, like, let's say you have an OpenAI, hopefully they're not watching this. Let's say you have a subscription to Chat GPT. It's like $20 a month, I think. I have one. For the average user of Chat GPT, I think that LeoAI would replace your need for it, because you're probably just using it for regular prompts, like your average prompt. There are, however, certain power users that use, you know, there's a whole app economy that's being built right now around ChatGPT. So if you're using those various apps, then I think it's a little bit different, because, you know, you obviously won't get those apps with LeoAI. You'll get the app. So like basically ChatGPT and the OpenAI ecosystem has their own app ecosystem being built. And what we're trying to do is build kind of our own app ecosystem out of LeoAI. And we're doing it by building all those features. Rather than building apps, we're building features on our app, you know, for the AI. So, you know, whether it's something like, you know, what I just described with turning a blog post into a thread storm, or, you know, helping you get the next idea for a blog post, or helping you, you know, write a thread or whatever. You know, we'll be creating all these different kind of apps, as features on top of inleo.io, using LeoAI. So we're kind of building our own little ecosystem out of scratch. But, you know, to answer your question specifically, like if you're like an average user of ChatGPT, I would say you probably could just use LeoAI. But if you're like a power user who's constantly, you know, trying the new apps, trying the new agents, and all the different features that OpenAI specifically has, then you're probably going to want to have both, or one or the other. So that's just, you know, that's just kind of how that's going to go. Is it's going to become much more of like an ecosystem type thing.
Yeah, but I mean, it's very interesting to think about it, because, for example, I don't use ChatGPT a lot, but for what I use it for, I could easily just use Grok, or in this case, LeoAI, and it wouldn't make a difference. So if we can actually tap into that kind of users, and, you know, I mean, if ChatGPT costs $20 and LeoAI for normal people costs $10, and you also get XYZ features on a platform, then I mean, it's a no-brainer. But again, it's just a matter of reaching all of these potential customers.